Hi, good evening to all. Welcome back to my channel. So, we are going to discuss now the topic reported speech, one of the most important topics of grammar. So, let us see what is speech, how many kinds of speech, and what are the rules to change direct speech to indirect speech. So, we are going to discuss each and every point in detail. So, let us start without any further delay. Direct and indirect speech. First, let us see the definition of the speech. What is speech? So, here coming to the definition of the speech, expression of thoughts, ideas, or feelings through spoken or written words. So, what is speech actually? Speech is nothing but expression of our thoughts, ideas, feelings, or views in a written or spoken form is known as speech. So, this expression of our thoughts, views, or ideas can be in two forms, that is direct speech, indirect speech. Can be expressed in two ways, direct way or indirect way. Now we are going to discuss what is direct way, what is indirect way, or what is direct speech, what is indirect speech. First, let us see. You see direct speech, indirect speech. Direct speech is nothing but the exact words spoken by a person enclosed in a quotation marks. So, what is direct speech post? The actual words of the speaker, the exact words of the speaker is known as direct speech. So this direct speech or the words of the speaker are always quoted in inverted commas or quotation marks. What is indirect speech? So reporting the speaker's words without quotation marks. Or so here the words of the speaker or quoting the words of the speaker in our own words is known as indirect speech or reported speech. Understand? So we remove the quotation marks in the indirect speech. Some general rules to change direct speech to indirect speech. ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ రిమూవ్ కొటేషన్ మార్క్స్ కింద ఇండైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్. ఎప్పుడైతే మనం ఒక డైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక సెంటెన్స్ను ఇండైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లోకి చేంజ్ చేస్తామో ఫస్ట్ థింగ్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఈస్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిమూవ్ ద కొటేషన్ మార్క్స్ను రిమూవ్ చేయాలి. నెక్స్ట్ ఏం చేయాలి? రిపోర్టింగ్ వర్బ్ యూజువల్లీ చేంజెస్ టు పాస్ట్ టెన్స్. రిపోర్టింగ్ వర్బ్ చేంజెస్ ఇన్ టు పాస్ట్ టెన్స్. Pronouns change according to subject or object. So change of pronouns also we have to consider. Pronouns change అయితే అన్నట్టు. So according to the subject and object in the indirect speech. Tenses change according to reporting verb. Tenses కూడా according to reporting verb change అవుతుంది. Words expressing time and place change suitably. అంటే కొన్ని వర్డ్స్ ఉంటాయి. We use some words to express time, to express place. So they also change according to the uh, change accordingly in the indirect speech. Sense of the sentence must be preserved. So when we change a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech, sense meaning should not be changed. So we have to convey the exact meaning. Understand? But in direct speech, what do we do? We repeat the speaker's words. In indirect speech, we report the speaker's words. There's a main difference between direct speech and indirect speech. So now we are going to see how the pronouns change from direct to indirect speech. అంటే ఒక సెంటెన్స్ను కానీ ఒక సెంటెన్స్ ఇచ్చినటువంటి ఒక సెంటెన్స్ మనం డైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్ నుంచి ఇండైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్కి చేంజ్ చేసినప్పుడు ప్రొనౌన్స్ ఏ విధంగా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది చూద్దాం. సో ఐ అనే ప్రొనౌన్ ఎట్లా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది? హీ లేదా సీకి చేంజ్ అవుతుంది అన్నట్టు. మీ అనేది హిమ్ ఆర్ హర్. మై అనేది హిజ్ ఆర్ హర్. మైన్ అనేది హిజ్ ఆర్ హర్స్. వి అనేది దే. అస్ అనేది దెమ్. ఆర్ becomes they. You becomes he, she, or they according to the context. Next, tenses. How do the tenses change from direct to indirect speech? సో డైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లో ప్రజెంట్ సింపుల్ ఉన్నట్టయితే అది ఇండైరెక్ట్ స్పీచ్లో పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ అవుతుంది. ప్రజెంట్ కంటిన్యూస్ టెన్స్ ఏమవుతుంది? పాస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ టెన్స్ అవుతుంది. ప్రజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ బికమ్స్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. ప్రజెంట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ బికమ్స్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్. పాస్ట్ సింపుల్ బికమ్స్ పాస్ట్ పర్ఫెక్ట్. Past continuous tense changes into past perfect continuous tense. Past perfect, there is no change. మరి ఫ్యూచర్ టెన్స్, హౌ డస్ ఫ్యూచర్ టెన్స్ చేంజ్? ఈ ఫ్యూచర్ టెన్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి మోడల్ వర్బ్స్ ఉంటాయి కదా, వీళ్ళు ఉంటే వుడ్ అవుతుంది, కెన్ ఉంటే కుడ్ అవుతుంది, షెల్ ఉంటే షుడ్ అవుతుంది, మే ఉంటే మైట్ అవుతుంది, మస్ట్ అనేది హ్యాడ్ టు అవుతుంది. సో దీ చేంజెస్ వీ హ్యావ్ టు నోటీస్. నెక్స్ట్ చేంజెస్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ వర్డ్స్. కొన్ని టైం వర్డ్స్ అవి ఎట్లా చేంజ్ అవుతాయి. నవ్ అనేది దెన్గా చేంజ్ అవుతుంది. టుడే బికమ్స్ ద డే, టు నైట్ బికమ్స్ దట్ నైట్, ఎస్టర్డే బికమ్స్ ద ప్రీవియస్ డే, టుమారో బికమ్స్ ద నెక్స్ట్ డే, లాస్ట్ నైట్ బికమ్స్ ద ప్రీవియస్ నైట్, నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ becomes the following week, ago becomes before. Next, change of place words. How do place words change from direct to indirect speech? Here becomes there, this becomes that, these becomes those, come, go, bring becomes take. So these changes we can observe from when we change it, a sentence from direct speech to indirect speech. Now let us see further how do we change the given tense or sentence into direct speech to indirect speech. Let us see now in detail. See types of sentences in reported speech. So we change reported speech, direct speech to indirect speech based on the types of the sentences. How many types of sentences are there? So see, we have assertive sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and optative sentences. So these are four kinds of sentences are there. First, some general observations. When we change an assertive sentence into indirect speech, so use conjunction that. We have to use conjunction that in the reported speech. Next thing we have to do is remove quotation mark. అంటే assertive sentence అంటే ఏంటి అసలు? Simple statements are known as assertive sentences. Simple statements are known as assertive sentences. So when you change an assertive sentence into indirect speech, so we have to use conjunction that. We have to remove quotation marks and change tense and pronouns. We have to change the tense and pronouns also. Universal truth remain unchanged. Whenever we are asked to change a universal truth into indirect speech, so the tense doesn't change. Tense remains unchanged. Next, let us see examples how to change an assertive sentence into indirect speech or reported speech. As we have just discussed, we have to follow the rules also. He said, I am tired. So this is, yes, he said, I am tired. So this is present simple tense. Assertive sentence, present simple tense. So what is the rule? So we have to use, so this is reporting verb. He said is reporting verb. I am tired is the words of the speaker. So when we change an assertive sentence into indirect speech, so the reporting verb and words of the speaker should be connected by using conjunction that. This reporting verb and words of the speaker should be combined or connected by using the conjunction that. Understand? So next, how do we change it into indirect speech? He said that, conjunction that. He said that he was tired. So I am tired is present simple tense according to the rule. So present simple changes into past simple. So I am tired becomes he was tired. Next, direct speech. Direct speech. She said, I like coffee. It is. She said that she liked coffee. She said that she liked coffee. Direct speech. They said, we will help you. We will help you. Which tense is this? So this they said is reporting verb. We will help you is future simple tense. So they said that they would help me. So will becomes would. They said that they would help me. Ravi said, I finished my work. Ravi said is reporting verb. I finished my work is words of the speaker. So which tense is it? I finished my work is past simple tense. Past simple becomes past perfect tense. Ravi said. Ravi said that he had finished his work. He had finished his work. Next, direct speech. The teacher said, the earth is round. The earth is round. The teacher said is reporting verb. The earth is round. The earth is round. So this is words of the speaker. Words of the speaker. That is, the teacher said that the earth is round. So it is universal to, that's why the tense of the speaker's words doesn't change. Okay, this is the way of changing assertive sentence into indirect speech. Okay, next let us see. Uh, these are some exercises so you do, and if you don't get any answer, uh, you can WhatsApp me or you can comment in the comment section. Next, interrogative sentence. This is very very important. The rules and the way of changing interrogative sentence into indirect speech. When we change an interrogative sentence into indirect speech, so these things we have to note down. Remove quotation marks. First point, we have to remove the quotation marks. Next, change into statement form. So question form should be changed into statement form. Question should be changed into statement. Question మనం statement లోకి చేంజ్ చేయాలంట. నెక్స్ట్, conjunction that should not be used. Conjunction that మనం యూజ్ చేయదు. Instead of conjunction that, what should we use? If or whether for yes or no questions. Yes or no question అయితే if or whether యూజ్ చేయాలి. Yes or no questions అంటే the questions which start with helping verb are known as yes or no questions. Next, if they are not yes or no questions, if they are WH words, WH questions, so we have to use the WH words are interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns should be used as usual. Okay. Next, let us see some examples. He said, "Are you ready?" He said, "Are you ready?" So he said is a reporting verb. Are you ready is an interrogative sentence. So which tense is this? The tense is it is in present. It is in present simple tense. Are you ready is present simple tense. So present simple becomes past simple. So reporting verb and words of the speaker should be connected by using the conjunctions if or whether. We have to use the conjunction if or whether. He asked if I was ready. He asked. So instead of this reporting verb changes into asked, questioned, inquired, etc. He asked if I was ready. Direct speech. She said, "Do you like tea?" She said, "Do you like tea?" So this is reporting verb. Do you like tea? Which tense is this? So present simple only. Do you like tea? Do you like tea? So this "do you like tea" is in interrogative form. So this should be changed into statement in the indirect speech. So reporting verb changed into asked or question. She asked whether I liked tea. Whether I liked here. We change the pronouns also accordingly. Next example. The teacher said, "Where do you live?" So the teacher asked where I lived. Present simple becomes past simple. So here, see, this is interrogative pronoun. So interrogative pronoun should be used as conjunction as usual. So we should not use if or whether if the given sentence or if the words of the speaker begins with interrogative pronouns. Understand? Next, Ravi said, "Why are you late?" Here also the words of the speaker began with interrogative pronoun. So that's why this interrogative pronoun should be used as conjunction. Ravi asked why I was late. Present simple becomes past simple. Next, she said, "What is your name?" So this is important. Remember, she said is reporting verb. What is your name? The interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence becomes statement. So here, interrogative sentence are the words of the speaker. Here, the words of the speaker begin with interrogative pronouns. So these interrogative pronouns should be used conjunction in the reported speech. So said changes into question or asked. So she asked what my name was. So this question changed into statement. Present simple became past simple. She asked what my name was. Next, interrogative sentence some exercises. So you have to do them. Next, imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. What do you mean by imperative sentence? Nothing but it's an order or request or suggestion or warning. So these are called imperative sentences. So imperative sentence how do we change imperative sentence rules? Use to plus verb form. Negative, not to plus verb form. Verb. Yes, that is infinitive verb. Understand? To plus verb means nothing but infinitive. To go, to come, to eat like that. Negative, not to go, not to come like that. So listener becomes object. The listener becomes object. Use ordered, requested, advised, told according to the mood of the speaker. Understand how to identify whether the given sentence is in an order or request or warning, etc. So we have to identify them depending upon the mood of the speaker. So imperative sentence examples. The teacher said, "Open your books." The teacher said, "Open your books." So this reporting verb changes into ordered, requested, suggested, advised, like that. So open your books. The teacher ordered the students to open their books. The teacher ordered the students to open their books. So pronouns also change accordingly. Second example, she said, "Please help me." So this is a request. First one is an order, second one is a request. When a sentence begins with please, that is a request. She said, "Please help me." So she requested to me to help her. She requested me to help her. We should not use to order request. So she requested me to help her. Father said, "Don't waste time." Father advised me not to waste time. So this is a negative. This is a negative sentence. So this is advice. Don't. So father advised me not to waste time. The officer said, "Stand in a line." The officer ordered them to stand in a line. He said, "Close the door." He told me to close the door. So this is a way of changing imperative sentence into indirect speech. So some exercises are given so you can practice. Now, optative sentences. What are optative sentences? Optative sentences are nothing but they express a prayer, a wish, a prayer, wish, or greetings. These are or curse also sometimes. A prayer, uh, wish, curse, bless, whatsoever. So these are called optative sentences. So how do we use them? What are the rules to change an optative sentence into indirect speech? Use wished or prayed. Use conjunction that. May changes to might. Emotional sense is related. Examples. He said, "May you succeed." He said, he said another reporting verb. May you succeed is the words of the speaker. Understand? So may becomes might. May becomes might. He wished that I might succeed. He wished that I might succeed. She said, "May God bless you." So she's praying to God. She prayed that God might bless me. Father said, "May you live long." So what is this? Blesses or wishes? Blessings or wishes? So wishes. Father wished that I might live long. The priest said, "May peace prevail." The priest prayed that peace might prevail. So she said, "May you win the match." She wished that I might win the match. So this is a way of changing operative sentences into indirect speech. So we have to change, we have to observe the changes in the words, in the modal verbs, in the tense, in the sentence. Everything we have to consider. So this is a way of changing operative sentence into indirect speech or reported speech. So see here some exercises are there. You can go through the exercise. This is the end of our session. So keep watching. Watch till the end to understand the better and like, share, subscribe. So please try to do the exercises because exercises reinforce the concept which we learn in the session. Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye. See you in the next class.